Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Million Dollar SIP. In this video, I'll talk about what happened at the Fed meeting today and how it affected the stock market. Then the day 22 update where I show how I outperformed TQQQ by 21.1% using my hybrid SIP strategy. So first, let's talk about the big news for the day, the Fed meeting. The Fed, which is like the big boss of America's money system, had a meeting today. They decided to keep the interest rates the same at 4.25 to 4.50%. Interest rates are like the cost of borrowing money. When they are high, loans like for houses or cars are more expensive, and when they are low, borrowing is cheaper. Everyone expected them to leave rates alone, so it wasn't a surprise. They also shared some updates. They think the economy will grow a bit slower this year than they thought before. They're worried inflation might stay higher than their goal of 2%. They're slowing down something called quantitative tightening, which is a fancy way of saying they'll keep more money flowing in the system instead of pulling it back. The Fed's leader, Jerome Powell, said they're unsure about the future because things like new tariffs could make prices go up or slow things down. They're planning maybe 1 or 2 rate cuts later in 2025, but they'll wait and see how things play out. The stock market didn't freak out. It actually went up a little. S&P 500 closed up by 1.08%, Nasdaq 100 up by 1.3%, and Dow by 0.965. Why? Because the Fed didn't say anything scary, and keeping rates steady was expected. Plus, slowing down QT is like a small gift to the market. It keeps some extra cash around, which stocks like. Think of it like this. The market was nervous before the meeting, but when nothing big changed, people relaxed and started buying stocks again. It wasn't a huge jump, just a calm, okay, you're fine for now reaction. Borrowing money like for a house won't get cheaper yet, so don't expect big loan deals soon. Stocks might keep going up slowly if things stay stable, but big news like tariffs could shake things up later. The Fed's watching the economy like a hawk, so their next moves will depend on how prices and jobs look in the coming months. Now, let's move on to where I am on my journey of growing portfolio from $0 to $1 million in 10 years. Today is day 22 and I'll take you through my investment decision, trade execution, and performance update. Like yesterday, we are still in downtrend. My daily investment limit also continues to be $200 to $250. Next, I switched to the 5 minutes time frame. TQQQ opened with price above the 12 EMA, so I had to wait for the price to go below and then bounce back above it for me to take entry. At 9:50, it went below the 12 EMA and at 10:05 it crossed back above, but I did not get any proper confirmation after that, so I waited and at 10:30 I got that. So I took an entry where I bought 4 units at 61.42, investing $246. At the end of the day, TQQQ closed at 62.24, up by 3.89%. Now let's take a look at today's portfolio performance. So far, my total investment stands at $4,859 with the latest TQQQ price closing at $62.24. This brings the market value of my holdings to $4,357. My average cost per unit is currently $69.40, meaning I am sitting on a net loss of $502, which translates to a 10.3% decline. Since I started this investment journey, TQQQ has dropped by 31.4%, but my portfolio has declined by only 10.3%. This means I have successfully outperformed TQQQ by 21.1% so far. This demonstrates the effectiveness of my hybrid SIP strategy, which helps mitigate downside risk while allowing me to accumulate more units at lower prices. By following my structured approach, I continue to reduce my average cost while staying ahead of TQQ's overall decline. So that wraps up day 22 of my investment journey. I'll continue sharing daily updates, and at the end of each week, I'll post a weekly performance summary to analyze my overall progress. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along to see how this journey unfolds. See you in the next week.